Emergencies are unpredictable and can happen anytime and anywhere. We must be prepared for possible situations. One must be able to handle emergencies until the medical team arrives. So it is important to know how to perform CPR, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, so as to assist co-workers, friends, or families. Today on Health Super 7, we are going to be discussing on CPR as first aid. As usual, I am your host, Irene Okechukwu, and if you want to be part of this program, you can follow us on all our social media handles on official Rapid TV. And you can keep watching us on Rapid TV, channel 176 on Star Times. Welcome back on the topic cardiopulmonary resuscitation as first aid. CPR is a form of first aid and medical technique that can save lives in emergencies, such as heart attack, choking, drowning, suffocation, smoke inhalation, accidents where the breathing or the heart stops beating. There are types of CPR that should be done in such situations, which can be the hand only. Which is the chest compression and rescue breathing, that is the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You will see when they are trying to rescue someone, and when they are trying to rescue someone, you will see where the person who is trying to do that puts his mouth joint, that's lock his mouth joint to someone, just to try to revive that person. The person has to breathe in air to the person so that that person can wake up. So it is very important for everyone to get CPR training, which can only help to act bravely in emergencies until emergency medical service arrives. I know some people, because of their background, maybe their ethnic, their cultural way of life, they may be ashamed or even shy to perform CPR because they feel like, because this is my culture does not support me giving a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, so I cannot do it. Or you see when there's a massive crowd or mammoth crowd, you see like they won't be able to do such. They won't be courageous or brave to save that person's life because they feel like, I cannot do this. My culture will not permit me. My social life will not permit me. I don't know this person. So you start thinking some kind of, you saving that person's life just because you have this nomenclature that it is not, we don't do this in my own society. For that, you will leave it. Why you already have the CPR training? It is totally wrong. But I'm going to tell you the importance of CPR, why CPR is important. Firstly, CPR is important because it keeps the blood flow, which is the chest compression. When there is a chest compression like this, trying to revive the person, you will see the blood will be flowing. Secondly, it also increases the chance of the patient to survive. And thirdly, it's a first aid which helps in emergency situations before the medical team arrives. It also prevents brain death. Brain death means the brain is no longer working. The brain is completely dead. It speeds recovery time. That is to say, before the doctor or the medical team arrives, when you have done the CPR, it will make the doctor's work easier because you have given that patient a first aid. It also restores blood circulation. But before performing a CPR, the rescuer should assess the environment, clear the crowd, and now call 911. What did I say? You clear the crowd and also assess the environment and see if there is a proper cross ventilation to enable the patient to survive it. We are going to be going on a short break, and when we return, I'm going to tell you more on CPR. So don't go nowhere, for we'll be right back. So I just told you the importance of CPR and why it is very important to give or perform a CPR. That is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So now I'm going to tell you the following steps for CPR. So the first step you should take is you call 911. That is your national emergency number. you get someone to call while you're trying to save the patient. Secondly, you lay the patient or the individual on their back, tilt their head, and open their airways. Make sure everywhere is open. Thirdly, check to see if they're breathing, that is, from their pulse. You should check if their heart still beats. Maybe you put your ears on their chest to know if the heart still beats. This can be done by listening to them. You're seeing if their chest is going up, up, and down. Check their pulse, as I said. Their pulse, you place your fingers at the wrist to check if it is moving, like it's beating, right? Then, fourthly, you start performing a CPR. That is, you use the combination of chest compression. I don't know if I'm getting it right, but normally you place your hand on the chest, that is the breast bone, and you begin. But don't worry, I'm going to show a video where a CPR is properly done. But this is where the chest bone is. I did not say your breast. I say your chest bone. Okay? Now, you're going to also breathe. You're going to also use the combination of chest compression, as I said, and rescue breathe. If it is not working, you're going to now breathe in. That is the mouth to mouth. Breathe to help them alive. Okay? You keep breathing. Use the breathing technique until the emergency service arises, because there's this how you're going to breathe in to enable blood to start circulating in every part of the body. Okay, so I'm going to show you on a video. So we're going to take a look at a video on how a CPR is being performed. So just stay tuned and watch how a CPR is done.
In this video, you will learn to administer first aid to a drowning casualty. Get the casualty out of the water without putting yourself in danger. Depending on the state of the casualty, there are two possible scenarios. Scenario 1. The casualty is conscious. Place the casualty in a comfortable position. Cover the casualty and give them some dry clothes. Alert the emergency services, since the victim will have to be examined in all cases. Scenario 2. The victim is unconscious and unresponsive. Lay the casualty on their back. Tilt the head upwards to clear the airways and analyze their breathing. Try to hear or feel their breath on your cheek, or look for any movements of their chest or stomach as a sign that they're breathing. Alert the emergency services. Act according to the casualty's state. This means if the casualty is breathing, place them on their side in the recovery position. Cover and monitor them until the emergency services arrive. If they're not breathing, ask for someone to go and find a defibrillator. While waiting, begin cardiopulmonary resuscitation, altering 30 chest compressions with 2 rescue breaths. If you do not know how to give mouth-to-mouth, only perform chest compressions at a rate of 2 per second.
And shortness of breath, suspect a heart attack. What you need to do is get them on the floor and call the emergency medical services. When we sit them on the floor, you want to bend their knees. It's called the W position. Stay with them and reassuring them until the ambulance arrives.
All right, in conclusion, conclusion on this topic, CPR as first aid. Health workers, emergency responders, public safety personnel must be trained in CPR, and first aid as an urgent care should be necessary to police officers, security guards, nurses, caregivers, daycare workers, lifeguards, flight attendants, correctional officers, and teachers. So don't say it is nobody's business. It is now our business. It's not only medical practitioners or medical team that should do CPR. Even you as an individual, even you as a person watching me from home, try and see how to learn how to perform a CPR. If you don't know how to perform it, go and learn it. Go for training. This will help you anywhere you go. And it's going to increase that confidence in you so that anytime such cases like drowning, maybe you encounter, maybe you go to the pool or you go to the beach and someone is being drowned and you don't know the emergency technique to save that person, the next thing you do is to perform a CPR to save that person's life. So they say health is everybody's business. Health 7 keep making health your priority. So we are going to be giving you health tips as long as we keep talking about health topics. So this is the much we can take on this topic, CPR, and see you next time and stay safe. I remain your host, Irene Okechukwu. Bye.